Hello, I want to welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to another episode of a Revo Perspective. If you hear that in the background, that's because they're building a set. I'm on a set of Murderous Pupils. So if you hear that saw in the background and everything like that, just kind of like excuse it for a second while I talk. Today we're going to talk about polygamy, right? And polygamy is continuously be a trending topic in the black community. But I just get into it with a so-called polygamist. And the reason why I call him a so-called polygamist is for the reasons that I'm going to discuss today. So let's dive right into it. What is polygamy though? Everybody has their own definition of what it is. And really the general definition is being married to multiple wives. So what is the purpose of being married to multiple wives? A lot of black dudes in the black conscious community, including the one I just had my situation with, he tells me like he goes back to Africa, the old African tradition ways, and he felt like that is the way that polygamy should be practiced, the old African way. So I was like, okay, fine, let's do it the old African way. And what was the old African way of polygamy? The old African way was they got multiple wives in order to create a bloodline and build a nation of people, right? So you will get so you're only going to get a certain amount of kids from one woman, and then if you got multiple women, and just say you got four women, or you got we say four women, you got four women, and you get each one of those women pregnant, you're liable to have like what, 3 kids every year and a half or so. So if you multiply that by 5 years, you're probably going to have like 15 kids, right? And if you keep going, and it depends on if you start young enough. So if you start like 15 years old when you're the most viral as you possibly can be, and you end it in 10 years, just say you just do it from 15 to 25, then you're going to have a lot of kids. Look at the math on that, right? So if you can get that many children, you'll be able to build a substantial nation or a substantial bloodline. So that's the first thing that I look at. The first thing that polygamy was, when you got those wives, is to reproduce. And the man had the resources in order to take care of those children and to be able to take care of those women, to protect, to provide for them, to have children, to protect and provide the woman so she can be able to take care of the children. That is the African way. Now, these niggas done some weird shit. Now what they're doing is they're just getting women just so they can fuck. So they taking polygamy, something that was probably beautiful back in those days, at that time, to be able to nation build. They're taking it and they're turning it into some type of sexual exploitation to brag to other black people about how many females they can fuck and how many females they have under their control. So let's think about that. When you look at all these conscious dudes, you look at any black person practicing the polygamy, right? You can tell if they're fake or real by this one thing right here that I'm about to tell you. And I'm not going to spend all day talking about this shit because I got to finish this movie shit. So the thing that you're going to be able to figure out if they real or if they fake and they some bullshit is look at how many kids they have with their wives. That's what you find out. That is the number one thing why polygamy even exists, is to reproduce. So if you see this dude with 3 wives, 2 wives, or whatever, look at how many kids he have with those women. And when I talk about, well, I'm not talking about just 1 kid or 2 kids. You're supposed to be a kid manufacturing machine if you're in a polygamy relationship. And you're supposed to have the money and the resources to take care of those kids. See, what these niggas don't understand is fatherhood is the epitome of manhood. Let me explain that to you again. Fatherhood is the epitome of manhood. That is what a king is. A king is a father. If you look at any king in history, a king wanted an heir to his throne. So he was there to help raise his own children. And he put people in place to be able to raise and help him raise the children well. He was the real father. So he's like, hey, if this kid needs to learn some war shit, he'll be out there fighting with the kid on some war shit, on some military shit. If the kid needed a proper education or whatever, he'll be able to be out there to be able to make that happen with him too. Or he'll hire or get the most brilliant philosopher or the most brilliant teacher or whatever to be able to teach his kid. Fatherhood is the epitome of manhood. When you have a father in the household, a righteous father in the household, he can make wonders happen for that household. But what I see a lot in these polygamy niggas, they not no fathers. Their kids are out here fatherless. They're not involved in their lives like that. They don't give a fuck about their own kids like that. Their kids is out here doing whatever, being with whoever. The mother of those children is doing whatever. They not active in that because they're not fathers. And that's how I know they're fucking lying. And it's really sad, dude. It's really sad because when you talk to somebody about being in a polygamy relationship, they immediately think it's a wrong thing because in their real conscious mind, women will look at it like, I don't want to be in a polygamy relationship. So I'll ask women, I'm like, why you don't want to be in a polygamy relationship? They say, because I don't want to share no dude. I just don't want some dude to be fucking me and fucking some other girl. And then what real polygamy is, if you understood what real polygamy is, you wouldn't be able to say those things. But it's just based on their experiences in life that I have to take as valid. I asked a lot of females about polygamy relationship, like why they were against it or why they're with it and all that type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? And none of them talk about having no children. The man does not talk about, he'll say like, yeah, I want to have kids, right? But he not having no kids. Like, look at all the polygamy dudes that you can search online, whatever it may be. Every nigga that's talk about he is polygamous, look at his wives and see if he has been creating children with those wives. And you'll find out, hell fucking no, he hasn't. He's going to have some rational reason why he can't be able to do it. And then you can't call yourself polygamous then. You're not creating no children, you're not polygamous. So let me go ahead and get back to this work and everything like that. They calling me over there. So I'm going to talk about this subject some other time. And everybody enjoy their Sunday. Later.